Explain why no often means yes, and why no often means yes, and hooking in when hooking up. Actually, yes means yes when hooking up. No means maybe sometimes, and sometimes no means just simply no. I would never presume no means yes, especially right now. But I don't necessarily think that it often means yes. One girlfriend did this to me, and me did this to me the day we met, while hooking up, and overtly said days later, sometimes chic no means yes. Shake. Okay. Okay. Similar behaviors happen often with others. Thanks, not my real name. Yeah, I figured. Chic Daddy is not your real name, huh? Well, thanks for clarifying that, bro. Okay. So yes means yes, no means no, blah, 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 blah. What's consent? What's not? It boils down to consent. And when we have ambiguous ideas of what consent is and what is no and what is yes, I think it's always probably a better part to err on the side of no means no. No doesn't mean maybe, and no never means yes. If it's no, it's no. And it's like, if that's the case, I'm out. For most guys. Okay. Well, she told me no, but I pressed on. The reason why I don't think that that's a good idea is like, I kind of part ways with the guys who talk about like last minute resistance, LMR in the pickup artist community. There used to be ways to sort of push past LMR, last minute resistance. And in the mid 2000s, a lot of that made sense. In 2021, 2023, yeah, you might get a sexual assault charge. And if you don't, you might get it retroactively now. So it's almost better to err on the side of no means no means no means no. And that, better to go look for a solid, enthusiastic yes than, that's even back in the pickup artist days, in the foggy days of the aughts, of the 2000 aughts. I still didn't think LMR was a good, like pushing past last minute resistance was a good idea, because I come from the Gene Simmons school of seduction. And that is, I don't want to be with a woman who doesn't want to be with me in the first place. And a lot of guys say, well, you got to be persistent. Don't listen to Grant Cardone in that instance. Okay. Grant Cardone's like, yeah, I went, I've used that video montage of him before, where it's like, oh yeah, I kept going. I was persistent. I kept asking her out, blah, blah, even though she said she wasn't into me, even though she was fucking other guys, even though she had no IOIs, no, absolutely no godly, earthly interest in me whatsoever. And I just stuck it out. Nah, you stuck it out. And she was at a point where she's like, yeah, maybe I will get with this millionaire. I fucked enough of these pool boys. I think maybe Grant's still sticking around. It's a very common story, by the way, too. Like, I mean, Jordan Peterson is also like that, if you think about it. Because, by the way, Tammy Peterson lived with a dude before she decided that once that whole situation broke down, then she decided to accept Jordan Peterson's third proposal of marriage. And if you don't believe me, just go look at the interviews between Michaela Peterson and Tammy Peterson when she was talking about how they got together. Their story, not mine, man. Go have a look. Because if I talk about it, Rolo's jealous and he's a son of a bitch. Well, all I can do is point to that video. LMR, I don't want a woman that I have to like not necessarily beg into bed, but like you don't want to beg, but we are a pussy beggar. Yeah, well, there is such a thing. But if a girl is like having last minute resistance, I want the hell yes girl. I want the girl who's like, hey, you want to go on a date? Hell yes, I do. Hey, you want to go jet skiing? Hell yes. Hey, you want to go to the strip club? Hell yes. Hey, you want to go fishing? Hell yes. Hey, you want to go sky? Yes. Yes. Hell yeah. Will you? Hell yeah, I do. That's genuine desire. I want a woman who's going to change her fucking religion for me. That I don't have to sit there and plead my case, spooning her on the couch or on the freaking bed or some shit like that. I want the hell yes girl. And I think most people should too. That's why, like Gene Simmons used to say, he would never have, and I don't know, sorry. I don't necessarily know how much I believe this, but Gene Simmons he had 2 interviews with Terry Gross from NPR. And man, if you can still find those, they're probably around somewhere. I would love to do a breakdown of their audio interviews for NPR radio, like National Public Radio. And he claims like he doesn't drink, he has had drinks, but he's never been drunk, or he's used to, but he never gets drunk. Like he's completely sober. And he has had sex with a lot of women and demands that the women are also sober, because if you can't sleep with him sober, then he certainly doesn't want you drunk. Right. I can totally understand that, because it's really not even so much the sobriety part of it as it is the genuine desire part of it. So that's, you want to talk about yes and no. I would rather have an enthusiastic yes than, okay, fine. That's fine. I got plenty of other plates to spin. If you're not down with this, I don't want to have anything less than like, hot monkey enthusiastic consent. Simple as that.